Hi Starburst, I'm Angel, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get into today's video. Hello, so today's video is definitely Miranda and Dr. Robert from SATC. We're just gonna basically go into idealistic expectations meeting reality. I know you wouldn't expect it from these two, but it's pretty much going into how she ends up preferring Steve over Dr. Robert. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys can already guess that all of us were all pretty much like, oh my god, face palming ourselves because of how this woman took the time to go to a co-op meeting, to meet Dr. Robert, to have the perfect tenant for the apartment building that she lives in, and she just straight up eventually ruins it because idealistically this man is supposedly perfect. You know, he makes a lot of money. He's a doctor. He at least knows something about the body. And this dude is, well off. Which causes all of us girls to be like, what the hell? What the hell happened? Why did she chicken out? And I have this perfect video for you guys. Or why she didn't fall over him. Okay, so women and non-binary and whatever you identify as, what we look for in a partner is generally someone who has money, spends time with friends, and then works on impressing others and finding love in others. Now, the perfect man has similar values to you, spend time with family, they work on building themselves, and they believe in self-love. As you guys know, Miranda put Steve through the ringer of meeting her friends, spending time with her. He spent time to impress her, impress a lot of her co-workers in her workplace, impress her friends, and quite possibly her family to prove that he is and could be a great match for Miranda overall. Now, whereas the perfect man is ideally definitely Dr. Robert. She is besotted with this man. She loves his energy. She's trying to get to know him well, even though she just kind of, told everybody to hurry it up because she has a sick baby, and then she ends up making it take a half hour, which I find really funny. But it is what it is. Some people, they just know like, oh hey, this could be a great partner for me, and and while that's great, there's just some people I think also you need to take the time to get to know very well before actually just being extremely interested in them. We're taking a real quick break. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We all know Miranda is the type of person to have realistic expectations of realistic men. But her type that she always wants to chase is definitely idealistic men who are on her level. And unfortunately for her, she kind of jinxes it by saying the truth of what it is. He's perfect. Anyway, these two eventually kind of get together after he invites her out to a Knicks game. And, she's kind of like hesitant about it. She kind of walks away when a cheerleader hugs him and she's feeling some type of way. Although I feel like she should have listened to her gut instinct, which was her saying no, after the initial attraction. But anyone can chalk that up to having second thoughts. Me personally, I don't think so. I think after the first initial attraction, I think, after her gauging for a little while, I think she should have just went with it and be like, no. This situation actually kind of reminds me of the sandwich guy who was kind of harassing her. While she was walking past by him, he was saying, eat me, and then she goes to the manager to talk to him about it. After like the second time he has said it to her, and she's like, yo, he's sexually harassing me, like what the hell, it's not okay. And he's like, lady, it's a sandwich, which I thought was so fucking funny, just the way that the guy said it. But I feel like this guy inside the sandwich costume, he feels brave because he's hidden underneath all that. Anyway, against her better judgment, Miranda literally has to see under the sandwich guy's mask, and she realizes he's cute, but she was a lawyer and he was a sandwich. I feel like Steve and Dr. Robert and the sandwich guy and plenty of other guys are a good prime example of why she ignores her, her gut instincts telling her like not to be with this person against her better judgment. And unfortunately, because of Miranda's storage, which is basically familial love, she always ends up going back to Steve. But that's neither here or there nor there, because honestly, realistically, I feel like Miranda's insecurity and nitpickiness and her chasing after the ideal man, she should have been content with Dr. Robert. While it was okay for her to figure out what she needs in a relationship versus what she desires, unfortunately, it comes to a head because right when Steve Boo Boo Butt goes into the laundry room to put the number 1 on his son's birthday cake, she crumbles because she realizes that she loves Steve. And while that's sweet and this is an endearing moment for most older millennials, even me when I was in my younger 20s, I feel like this scene is just an utter disgrace. I feel like she should have definitely addressed how she felt regarding Robert, especially their initial attraction, and also should have taken the time to address this with a therapist as to what is going on, as to why she felt like she can't relate to this man, in as so much as the fact that she has a lot more experience playing house with Steve. Also wish that she also had taken the time to address this with Dr. Robert to see what the hell was going on. Because maybe for her, maybe she felt like the dynamics were shifting. Because he's on equal level, but maybe she feels like because he can provide more, maybe that's why she kind of backed out. Besides, her feelings for Steve Boo Boo Butt. Anyway, this guy fakes being enthusiastic that she said I love you because he already been knew. They just like to play games. But that's none of my business. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this couple. Let me know what's up in the comments down below. In the meantime, I'm gonna read Reddit comments. Okay, so here's Sasha Furry from 4 years ago. She said, I love them. I hate how they wrote his character to behave on that elevator after Miranda is back with Steve. Oh, and he's hot. I agree with you on that. Blair Underwood still looks good. Handsome as frick. Another commentator named Welcome to Burgundia said 4 years ago, I think the reason that Robert and Miranda didn't work out, it's had nothing to do with Robert. By all accounts, Robert was a great, successful, smart, handsome guy who really liked Miranda and was ready and willing to accept Brady, which is great as a potential stepdad. Awesome. Fluff 4 years ago said, I listened to a recent interview with the actor who plays Robert, and he says he's grateful for SATC and for what it did to his career. He enjoyed being on set, and everybody was so kind. Another commentator called Pawpaw Meow 4 years ago said, I'd rather he be in the new series than Che. Listen, honestly, I would rather much have him be in the new show. If they were to ever do a season 4, where they kind of like edit down everything, I guess, not to be so crazy. Anyway, so that way, it would kind of shake things out. Thought that they were going to take the time to kind of introduce some of the characters that have been kind of lurking in our minds, to which they did do with Bobby and Bitsy, but I kind of wanted more. Like, what about Amelita? What about Cherd or anybody else? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alright, Starbies, that's the end of today's video. Peace out, see you later.